From the YouTube Dogs, this is Weeknight with Muller, and now a man who always has an umbrella on hand whenever it rains. I know it doesn't make much sense, but what can you do? Muller. Ha! Welcome to Weeknight Update. I am Muller. What's up, guys? I'm Shoutout Spotlight on 8 participant edits. Never with this vigilante videos. I've scared the generations, the anti-fight they show with his reactions. Excuse me. Web designer 18 with his rants. Lex has 2 channels dedicated to movies and whatever. Mel Gap with the singing covers. Michael Zycast with our Michael series. And Baby Lamb Creations with musical mashups. Baby Lamb and Friends. Cliffhanger shorts and whatnot. Yes. Believe me, they're all pretty good people, so please check them out. Tonight's program, tonight's show is all about rain. It can ruin plans, but it can also make everything awesome. Think about it. Of course, it did a lot of damage in Mississippi. After a rainy 2019, over 200,000 acres of farmland have all been screwed up. In other words, they've all been dried up. So, no farming for the farmers, huh? Oh, boy. That's sad. Ow. Sorry about that joke, but I had to do something. Meanwhile, a woman in St. Louis said that her home gets flooded every time it rains. Well, I think we can fix it. My problem is it requires you to work on your plumbing. Meanwhile, Antarctica gets less rain every year than anyone else. 6.5 inches of rain. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Meanwhile, not all raindrops are made out of water. Which, I don't know why I read that, but interesting facts to go by. Let's see the rejected opening remarks. Now, keep in mind, these rejected opening remarks are not normal. They're just ridiculous. So please, as always, please forgive us what you're about to see. Here we go.
Anyway, a woman in St. Louis once said that when it rains, her house floods. Damn, she needs to work on her plumbing. Well, not actually. What she needs to do is patch up the holes around the house that's allowing the shit to get into her house. It's most likely flooding her basement. It be like that. It really do. Last year, we had a major downpour in Mississippi. Yes, Mississippi. That has over 2 million acres of dried up farmland. You see, what happened was it rained so much that the ground couldn't absorb it. And when it rained that much and then it stopped, after the water had no place to go, so it went into the river, and instead of staying in like a pocket and helping the soil to be wet, it just went away, and after a while the ground got dried up, and now it's bad for farmers. It be like that. It really do. It usually rains a lot everywhere, but in Antarctica, also known as London.
Wow. That was interesting. And also, for the first time, I think it was the first somewhat professional reject opening remarks that we've done in quite some time. So, I guess a little bit of an applause. Thing is in order. Yes. Well, it's time once again for the top 8 list. Here we go, MP. Let's go. Alright, MP, what's the category? Tonight's category: top 8 side effects of rain. Number 8, tall trees that can break windows. 7, rose bushes that can reach the sky. 6, mud pies for months. Number 5, gardens with vegetables for years. 4, puddles that are bigger than ponds. 3, homes for fish that will never dry up. 2, boat shows for the bugs. And number 1, King Kelly singing in the rain song. Yeah, it would showcase the song, but we don't want to get a copyright strike. Thank you, MP. We got more for you coming up after this.
Welcome to Fitness for You. All right, we're gonna start with some sit-ups. Ready? 1. Good enough. Get yourself some pizza. You earned it.
If it's not on Nick, you're on the wrong station. Good TV for the TV generation. Nick at Night. Oh, Nick at Night.
Don't you love some of these other companies? They sell carpets with one hand, kitchen sinks with the other. Or carpeting and toasters. Even carpeting and aluminum siding. Empire is the only shop-at-home company that sells nothing but carpeting, which is why only Empire can deliver in one day, from $6.95 a yard installed, with no payment for 90 days. Nobody else can possibly do it.
588-2300 Empire.
Empire, the carpeting-only people.
I'd like to talk about...
Across America, loads of fresh dollar bills are being printed up just in time for a very special event. McDonald's Quarter Pounder with cheese for just $1. When you buy a medium or large Coke or other beverage, crews are hard at work to meet the demand on this limited time offer. A big, juicy quarter-pound patty covered with melted cheese for just $1 when you buy a medium or large Coke. Hurry in to a mint near you for one of these crisp beauties, or use an old crinkly one, and treat yourself to a delicious Quarter Pounder with cheese. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Thank you very much. Welcome back to the show. We're still talking about rain. And right now, we present to you another sketch. This time, the sketch is The More You Know. And once again, the topic is rain. And now because it's been raining a lot over the past few weeks, it's time once again for The More You Know.
Well, you know what they say, April showers bring May flowers. You know what May flowers bring? What? Pilgrims.
Didn't Edward Abbey say that rain doesn't always make the ground wet?
That's absurd. I mean, I know plants need water to grow, but this is just ridiculous.
Wait, hold on a minute. Listen to this tale. Because of last year's flood, the Mississippi River Valley is all dry and pale. That didn't come out right at all. Who's responsible for writing this poem last fall?
Well, we're about to go in St. Louis that says that rains in her home every time there's a flood. That could be dangerous.
Yeah, not only can floods cause a huge mess, but they can make sleeping very uncomfortable. Wait, scratch that. Very impossible.
Yeah, I've seen it on TV before, and it's not a pretty sight.
Also, if you don't want to get wet when it rains, just, run, Forrest, run.
Run for it, Charlie. Run straight home and don't stop till you get there.
This has been The More You Know. Now back to Weeknight Updates Rain Spectacular. Then stay tuned for the wee hours of Greg Knightley and Greg's special guest, the Rainmakers. That's all still to come on Nick at Night.
For big TV pleasure, oh may I say, it's a television treasure, Nick at Night. is A-OK.
That was pretty good, wasn't it? Yeah, well, it's time once again for talking time, so let's talk about it. Let's go. Adam! You coming?
Let's talk about it.
Go on.
16 years ago this week, there was a banana. Then back in 1808, there were 16 bananas. Now you might be asked me, how was there just one banana left? Because the apes came back in 1800, back in the Great War of 1804. Now let me tell you something, those apes were not kidding. But listen up, to combat those apes, the Sailor bananas, we called the Chinese, the Japanese, the Russians, and the French and the English, and we all sang one song at 8:04 in the AM, PM, afternoon, morning, and night. You know what we sang all together in harmony on that night? What did we sing? We sung Doctor, English, Russian, even French. Doctor, you only care for sadness. Welcome back to Talking Taboo. Here's news. Kame, Kongi, and Cat Company. Ow! Where am I going?
Ow! Ooh,
Yes,
ooh. That's what you say, huh?
You know what my mother always told me, if you can breathe, you can achieve. And we're breathing so we can be achieving.
Okay, well, let's see where we're at, okay? In the Mississippi River Valley last year, heavy spring rains devastated 250,000 acres of farmland last year, causing Governor Phil Bryant to declare the floods a historic disaster on par with the infamous 1927 floods that left the region underwater for months.
Yes.
In the Texas Panhandle, farmers compared the dramatic impact of the rain and flooding to the effects they felt from the 2011 drought, the driest year on record for the state.
That is a oof.
I know, it is pretty ridiculous. Not to be outdone, South Dakota was hit particularly hard, experiencing one of its wettest years since 1915. While the temperatures that might otherwise have been suitable for planting gave way to heavy rains over the summer, which ruined what had been planted.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. How do you think the farmers felt?
No. 15 to 22 inches of rain a year, but too much rain is like double. 22 inches of rain a year.
Yeah, that is a lot.
I mean, you see, the problem is they say a year when the bulk of that comes at one time. So we're talking about like a foot of rain in like 2 weeks time period. Which, if you think about it, if you really think about it, that's a lot.
Yeah, but here's the thing, alright? The cotton crops that are common across much of the Texas Panhandle, had to be planted in late winter or early spring so that they could be harvested before the first frost of the year in October.
Yes.
But of course the soils were too waterlogged and compacted to be planted this year.
Well, yeah, it was too waterlogged. What did you expect?
Well, that's sad, but look at this, okay? A woman in St. Louis said that she had to place sandbags at the back door because of pooling water that floods into her home. Now she said most people get the luxury of saying, "I love the rain. It's so soothing. It's so relaxing." Tina McDaniel said, "I don't get that luxury. It's very much like a trigger." She says every time it rains, water pools into patio area.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
No. And I'm like, well, wouldn't have happened if she had people working on her plumbing.
Eli, what plumbing is in her back door? What plumbing goes into a door? Plumbing for a door.
Yeah, good point. But she also said, shall I grab a kayak and a fishing pole? Fishing pole?
Yes.
No. What?
No, not a kayak. A fucking yacht. You're going yachting, fishing. I don't know. Whatever rhymes with fishing. And no, not that. I know what y'all thinking. Disgusting. Go on.
Yeah. I can't help but feel bad for her. I mean, she had to lay sandbags at her back door because of the flood.
I don't know about sandbags. I don't know about that one. Aren't there those shits that you can put under your shits and then it'll stop some? Like, I think they call it a door stopper, I think. Wouldn't that work just a little bit or some shit that you can like shove underneath the door, you know? Y'all know what I'm talking about, one of those things. I can't explain well, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know. That thing? Yeah.
Now, here's some interesting facts, alright? Now, we talked about some of the rainiest places, but we didn't talk too much about the least rainiest place on Earth. And now, a lot of people think there will be the desert. Not so. It's actually in Antarctica.
Antarctica is a desert.
No, it's filled with the ice and things
No,
like
it's desert. It's just a cold desert. Desert is a place that there's not much rain.
Well, it gets about 6.5 inches of precipitation a year, making it the continent with the lowest annual rainfall by far.
Also making that whole continent a desert.
Anyway, it says here that rain doesn't always make the ground wet. It doesn't always make it that way. Because in dry, hot places, rain sometimes evaporates before it even hits the ground.
It be like that.
Wow. That's ridiculous. Meanwhile, they say that not all raindrops are made out of water. On Venus and other moons and planets, rain is made of sulfuric acid or methane. On a planet 5,000 light years away, scientists found raindrops made out of iron.
Unless you want to do 50 in the moon.
First of all, I think y'all getting confused. Iron can't be rain. It can rain down, but it can't rain.
Yeah.
Rain, like biological shit, should be wet. I'm pretty sure. That's like saying, oh, on one of these planets, it rains cats and dogs. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if there's biology a dog, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Where was I going with this? I don't know. Did I just confuse you? Yes. Did I confuse myself? Yes.
Well,
yes.
All I know for sure is that this has been confusing. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm more confused than anyone, so actually I won.
Alright, folks, that is the extravaganza for the evening. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks to everybody who was involved in this production. Please stay tuned for the ending experiments. You know, and whatever you do, you know, please stay safe, alright? Be cool. Alright? We'll see you on Monday. That's the news. I'm out, skis. Roll bye for a while.
Greetings, I'm the Odd Man. They say that spring showers bring Mayflowers. but I must first bring what you're about to see. So here you go, please enjoy.
It's time to go into the weekend in style. That's right. It's time for the ending experiments.
Attention, the musical tribute that you're about to hear and witness may or may not be perfect. But, then again, this show is not only airing on YouTube, but it's also airing on Nick at Night at around 2:30 in the morning. So, that means that no matter what happens, at least it's better than not doing anything. So, we hope that you're staying safe, we hope that you're staying at home, and we hope that you're enjoying this as well. Thank you. Okay, you're expecting Adam to play a saxophone this time because we usually do this every couple weeks. Every couple weeks Adam will play a saxophone. Every week I will play the piano on the show, and it's all right. We love doing that. But Adam, has been going up and down lately, and in terms of his feelings and his emotions, and right now he's just tired. He's sleeping, and that's why he's not going to play a saxophone this time. However, he will do it at some point in the near future. Alright, so please stay tuned for that. Alright, please.
It's time to get your randomness going. That's right, it's Random Thoughts with George Thompson.
Good morning, it's George Thompson back with some more random thoughts. Today I'm telling you about the fact that in Mississippi, early spring showers have damaged 250,000 acres of land. Farmers are concerned that it's going to ruin their crops in the fall, but I think there are bigger issues that will concern crops going into 2022. That being said, a woman in St. Louis also said that every time it rains outside, her house floods. Now, if you ask me, I think that either cats or dogs are raining from the sky, or the world's just going down the toilet. I mean, either or. It could be either or. In other news, I have a random fact for you about rain. Did you know that the place that gets the least amount of rain is Antarctica? Neither did I. It rains about 6.5 inches in Antarctica. Pretty cool. On a side note, what did the camel say to his owner? He said, "When are we going to move to Antarctica?" With that being said, this is some more random thoughts. It's 3 a.m. and I'm being told I'm off the air. I'll see you guys next week for some more random thoughts.
That was your randomness for tonight. That was Random Thoughts with George Thompson.
Warning, what you're about to see might include some things that are a little loopy. You have been warned, and also, please forgive us for what you're about to see. Thank you. And now, please enjoy. Listen, folks, a little reminder, alright, because of the coronavirus and things like that, most of my staff members won't be able to give you high quality sketches. Now, as many of you know, those sketches are the real reasons why Weeknight Update has blown up lately. A lot of you probably zoned out after those sketches because, let's be honest, the rest of the show has nothing to offer. Well, except of course for just plain goofiness, which, let's be honest, the main show always has enough for that anyway. But anyway, please forgive us. Breaking news, everybody. We just got word that we have an Easter sketch ready for next week. Alright? We're going to continue to keep you updated on everything else, and we'll get back to you with everything else as soon as possible. Back to the experiment, folks. Action!
Dun 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 dun. Wii Sports. Let's go bowling, Nico. Okay, Nico. Let's talk about how can rain make every game fun. Woo-wee. Rain can be used in many ways. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. If you lose, then you must jump in the mud. Wee woo, boo goo goo goo. If you win, then jump in the rain puddle. Woo wee wow wee woo wee. You could have a puddle jumping contest. Why wee wow? Wait. Why the fuck would you do that? Why? I'm done.
Action.
So I got a call here from China, Illinois, NBC to do rejected rain sports. Ooh-wee. Rain ball. You make a ball out of rain and you throw it and then you hit. You have to pick up all the splatter. Wow. Leak races. You fill up your car with gasoline and see who can leak first. Rain jumps. You jump rain. I suggest you be ultra instinct for this. Thunder shocks. You could die. I don't need to explain that, do I? No. bouncing the lightning ball. Yet again, you can die. Wet racing shower. Wet shower. Well, is the shower gonna be dry? You have a dry shower? How you have a dry shower? I'm done.
Alright, I just got this list here from the people who give you People magazine. These are the people who love rain. People or creatures. Oscar the Grouch. That's a gimme. Bob Costas. Jon Stewart. Fuzzy Bear. Right there. Kermit the Frog. Doc Severinsen. Well, he has flowery suits and stuff, so that's no brainer. That's no brainer. Statler and Waldorf. And Lorne Michaels. Oh. Yeah, this is cringy. Now, a lot of you are wondering, why are the experiment sketches about rain ridiculous? Well, they're about rain. Okay? Some of the jokes that we have made are more like statements than actual jokes. Okay? The only man who knows what real comedy looks like is George Thompson. He just did a bunch of random thoughts. And we're fooling around right now after some decent music has been played. If you didn't know that was true by now, then you obviously haven't watched Weeknight Update before.
Bro.
What have we learned this time? Rain can only flood your house if your plumbing sucks. Antarctica can only get away with no floods because it only gets 6.5 inches of rain a year. You should be prepared to start over if it rains more than 45 inches a week. And doing comedy about rain is tough. Now, go to bed at 3 a.m. Thank you.
Bruh.
When it's nighttime across the nation, stay on your favorite station. It's a viewer's delight. Nick, 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 Nick at night.